All right, live. Let's do this. Had a cold last week, couldn't do it. Can do it today though. So live Q and A starts now. Did vintage Voltron? Oh, excuse me. Still getting over the cold a little bit. Um, don't make a mess, please. Don't make a mess up here. Just clean it up. Cleaned up the entire house when I got home. Been working for 3 hours
That's
cleaning.
nice.
Um, they're about to mess it all up again. Anyway, so I tried Seven Up. What was the flavor? Shirley Temple for the first time ever. Thought it was great. Liked it. No, wait, loved it. May go back and get more. excuse, excuse me. I think they're doing a. Thank you, Vong. I think they're doing a special on them or on Seven Ups next tomorrow. So I may check it out. Boy, I've gotten all my Christmas shopping done. Still need stocking stuffers for the missus, but other than that, everything's good. Um, slowly. I only have 30, 45 minutes of daylight when I oh well, if I get home later picking the kids, I got 30, 22 minutes of daylight every day. So for 15 minutes, I try to pressure wash one of the concrete panels. I never make it through. I get like a third in or finish one or almost finish one. It's aggravating, but I'm slowly panel by panel trying to. I got a huge concrete, almost like a parking lot, plenty of parking at my house, but it's a very long, wide driveway, and I've almost got the flat part. It's going to go on the slope, which is going to be easier because that water's going to run down. I'm always having to. The water kind of sticks and the dirt kind of settles back in, so I kind of brush it off. But once I'm done with this panel or the next one, it'll start sloping down, and then it'll probably be easier. And yeah, trying to get that done before Christmas, but cannot find. I'm gonna have to get another water hose, which bums me out. I thought I had a second one, and I can't find it anywhere. I thought I had two sets, because I need to extend my water hose. Because my two water faucets, I have one on one side of the house and the other one on the entire other side. There's no other outlets. And like usually there's one in the front of the house or somewhere near the front, but there's not in mine. Rob watched all of Star Wars Droids. I'll be watching and reviewing Star Wars Droids and Ewoks after I'm done with the Clone Wars. I'll then be reviewing the Ewoks movies and the holiday special. The thing is, according to my calculations, I will be done in September. So I can watch both Ewoks. But do I want to do the holiday special in September? Probably mid-September. I can't remember, somewhere late September, I'll be done with my rewatches. Or do I want to hold it to the holidays and watch it and do my review? That's the question. That's one last episode of rewatch that's going to be delayed. After that, I'll probably go into RPGs, looking back through the role-playing game, showing you what snippets of short stories and EU stories there are, or EU lore, I guess, from the RPGs, starting with, we'll go in publication order in this case, starting with West End Games, which is going to be the most fun. Wizards of the Coast, which I remember the least about, but I'm excited to look through that again. And then finally, up to the point where Fantasy Flight said, we're done with Legends. We're now going to do new canon, which was the Jedi one. So I'll be doing those reviews next. On the website, we have lots of good articles going out, theexpanduniverse.com. I gave a few EU Christmas ideas, but hello, Marvel purist. Hey, I am available. As you see, my voice is better. I got better, Sunday? I was a little bit better. I mean, every day I'm moving better. You see, I have a little bit of cough, but if you're ready, I'm ready. Wednesday is good. Wednesday night is good. Thursday is not good. Friday is not good. Actually, Wednesday is the only day this week. But next week, I should have a more open schedule. But I can do up to tomorrow night if you need me, Star Wars Purist. I'm going to show up on his channel hopefully soon. Which EU book is the worst in your opinion? Between those two, Crystal Star and Jedi Trial? Actually, it's going to be Jedi Trial. I think Jedi Trial is a big nothing burger where Crystal Star at least has some comedic moments. For me, at least. For me. Going to be in Japan when Star Wars Celebration. Look at the old Star Wars toys and Japanese card backs. Cool. Neo Valentine. You should also look for those Japanese covers, book covers, EU book covers. Hello, Vex. I'm doing very well. You've had a never-ending raspy voice. That's okay. Texas allergies. I hear you. I hear you. You got Ed, and Eddie, Johnny Bravo, Dexter's Laboratory, Courage the Cowardly Dog, and Foster's Home for 60% off. I know all of those. The only ones I watched was Dexter's Laboratory, and Johnny Bravo is excellent. It was one of my favorite cartoons back in the day. Yeah, I'm going to be on Marvel Purist stream. Yeah, I will be on there tomorrow if he's ready to stream tomorrow. And if not, then next week I should have a more open schedule. I need to start making my schedule for next week. I delayed everything this week because I didn't know how soon I'd get over this. But it looks like I'm pretty much over it. But Thursday, we're doing movie night at Mikey's house, Saturday morning sound flame. She has a big movie screen and projector, and we're probably going to watch Gremlins on the big screen together. That's Thursday. And Friday, it's going to be a game night. It's not looking good, but I'm still hoping. Saturday is the Santa Bowl. Hold on. I have an annual Santa Bowl. I'm going to get my clock cleaned at it because I don't have enough people. Tomorrow, I'm going to start really bearing down to see if I can find enough people to do it. But let me go ahead and share. Oh, wait. Hold on. What was that? Ooh. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if it'll let me upload this file. No, it won't. Are you sure? That's odd. Okay, let me share my screen then. This is terrible, but there it is. Whoa, that's too big. There it is. Look at this. Yeah, December 14th, baby. I will be it's a tradition that started in the mid 80s by my dad. My dad played 4 seasons of flag football called the Santa Bowl. It happened all over Mississippi. The first one, if I remember right, was in Starkville, Mississippi. Then it went up to Oxford. Then the third year, Forest, Mississippi, which is where I grew up. And then the fourth and final year was Jackson, Mississippi. And so they went south, north, and 2 central spots. And then they stopped. It went from 85 to 88. And then the trophy got put up. Well, 12 years later, the year 2000, at Christmas, I'm digging through my parents' stuff, and I find the old Santa Cup that we made. I was like, shut up. In fact, oh, shoot. Man, I should get the, hold on. Let's see if the missus will bring the Santa Cup up here, because I have the Santa Cup right now. I shouldn't have it, but I had to paint last year's. We didn't win, so I don't get to keep it. If you can bring the Santa Cup up here for me, please. Well, no, she's not going to do it. I know she's not. She doesn't want to do that. But anyway, if I do get a chance to go downstairs, I'll bring it up. But we started. It was too late in 2000 to start it because I found it like the week of Christmas. So from 2001 to like 2016, 17, I can't remember exactly when, we did the Santa Bowl. And most of it was the adults versus the youth. Adults is 17 to, it used to be 17 to 27. And adults were 28 and up. I had to keep raising the age because the youth couldn't get a team together. Well, then we canceled because I was traveling a lot. I was going to Phoenix a lot for work, and I was gone all of December. And when I tried to put someone else in charge of the Santa Bowl, of course, it didn't happen. And by the time I'd gotten back, it'd been 2 straight years since we hadn't had it, and it was just gone. It was just done. Well, then me and my nephew started talking. I said, you know what? If you're serious, let's bring it back. So we brought it back. But I was worried about the youth getting a team again. Now, 8 years or 8 years later, I think is that right? Yeah, because we started last year. So it was that. Maybe 2015, 16 was the last one. Either way, 8 years later, we have another Santa Bowl. All the old youth are now part of the adults now, and we got slaughtered. We barely put together. We had 10. We were playing handicap for a while, and then we got our 11th person in the second half. This year, I have 9 that are telling me they're coming. I have 6 maybes. I'm in trouble. Those maybes are going to be zeros. So I'm trying to cobble together my team. If I can get 2 more commits, I'll rest a little easier. I'll rest even better the more commits I get. It's 11 on 11. Offense, defense, full budge. It is flag football though, and youth. Whenever we have, I mean, obviously 10 against 11, we got schooled in the first half, and we couldn't even make it back because we were gassed by the second half, even with 11. Our 11th guy did not want to come. He was guilt tripped by his brother-in-law to show up because he said he would, but he had no intention of showing up. And his brother-in-law just guilt tripped him and, hey, dude, you said you're going to come. You need to show up. And so he did, but he gave 0 effort. So we were playing with a handicap. We got blanked, which has happened before. But oddly enough, when we had, the adults had 11. I am the oldest player on the team by 13 years. No one from the old team, except for one person. I take that back, one person. And he must have been 28 back in the day because he's like, I'm 13 years older than him. I didn't know that. I was blown away. I thought we were like 5 years apart. I didn't know he was way younger than me. But I am the oldest person on the team now. We had a handful of people last year who are a little bit older than me by about 3, 4 years, 5 years. But they, after playing 1 year, they quit. One guy said, I'll receive. I won't run on the line. Receive. How are you going to run? You know, he said, my body just can't get slammed on the front lines. I was like, oh, okay. But I don't think he can run either. So I think he's out. So we're kind of just out a bunch of people. So I'm desperately, tomorrow is the big day. I'm calling in the commits and trying to see the maybes and see who's going to come from the maybes. And I got one other friend that I want to invite. And he'll be a big maybe too. I don't think he can make it, but I really want to win. But if we don't, that's fine. The youth came every year for 8 years, 7 years straight and got killed. So if the adults get killed for the next 6, 7 years while we play, that's all right. Eventually, because we lowered the age, now it's 24 is the swing age. My nephew will eventually be on my team in the next 2 years, which he's not excited about. He wants to stay on the youth for as long, but he's going to get like 4 good years on the youth. Probably beat me all 4 years before he gets serious to help out the adults. But yeah, we don't have a quarterback. That's the other thing. All I need to call one other buddy. He may have a quarterback, but we don't have a quarterback. I mean, we're in some dire straits here. And according to my nephew, I was the second fastest person on the team. I think I was third fastest, but my nephew kind of made a little bit of sense. And I even got the other guy to say that I was a little bit faster. So I'm the second fastest guy on the team, and I'm not fast, which tells you how bad shape we're in. We're in some bad shape here. But Santa Bowl, can't wait, excited, boom. All right, you didn't need to know any of that. You probably didn't want to know any of that. But I'm going to bring the Santa Cup here later on. All right, Santa Cup news. Catch up on all the things there. It would be awesome. Yes, I'm going to be. Yeah, Japanese book covers, man. They're going to be great. Did I have any chance to watch LOGH? Since I don't know what that is, no. Sorry. Christopher Barker, I'm good. How are you, sir? I love Labyrinth of Evil. I think Labyrinth of Evil is very good. Very good. Not talked about enough, Darth Balls. I will be on Marvel Purist stream. He's been reviewing the New Jedi Order. I don't know what book. It doesn't matter what book. I love New Jedi Order. I'll talk about anything. Hello, Bali. Yes, it has been a while. I apologize. I don't do these as much as I want to anymore. One reason was for the past 2 months, if anyone knows, September, October, well, August, I went on my vacation. And then I performed in a dinner theater play. And that took away 2 months of my life. And I just haven't gotten back in this slide of things yet. It's been crazy. The holidays have been crazy. Legends of Galactic Heroes. No, I don't know that. I'm sorry. What Vex says, what I think about the Juan Soto signing. I had 16 people text me that night. 16 people. And then the funny thing was, 2 people text me last night while I was doing my stream, and they said 7:45 question mark. I almost responded with, you mean 765, because that was how much he signed for. But then I realized they weren't talking about Juan Soto. They were talking about a movie we're going to go see Saturday. That was funny. But that's because I had 16 different conversations about Juan Soto the night before. I thought these people were still talking about baseball with me. Oh, shoot. That's another guy I'm going to talk to. He's talked to me about Juan Soto. Holy cow. Holy cow. I need more referees too. I may have found 2 referees. These guys that text me, they would probably show up. Shoot, I could probably get some. Oh, dude, I'm calling one of them tomorrow. All right. Star Wars Clone Wars 2003 is greater than the 2008. Well, yes. I'll be reviewing the 2003 Clone Wars next. Can't wait. Hello, Quentin. Stinky the Hut. Oh, no. It's coming back, Chris. Oh, I hate to hear that. Vaughn says, was curious if you have any info on the EU stories that were in the progress before the Disney buyout. All I'm aware of is possibly the series of Darth Santa and Sword of the Jedi. Okay. Darth Santa was an idea. It never got created. And according to Chrissy Golden, Sword of the Jedi, which had a cover, it had a cover and had a release date. Never was anything written about it. She wrote it. She at least had a rough draft. But she doesn't want to say that because people will be pestering her for it. So, truth be told, there's no doubt in my mind that Chrissy Golden wrote something for Sword of the Jedi. But if you notice, these authors do not want to, and I get it. That's their lifeblood, right? You don't give away the secret sauce for free. You know, people got to pay. And what they want to do is take that same story and repurpose it for a different character. But she denies. She did that like very early. It was like 2013. I was like, but wait. It had a release date for later on that year and a cover. She went, yeah, I don't know why they did that. I didn't have it. I didn't have anything written for it yet. You're a liar. You're a liar. You lied straight to my face. But I get it. Hey, Alora. By the way, Alora, if you didn't look out, folks, if you didn't watch her, excellent collaboration with her on the expandeduniverse.com. You can still check it out. Exclusive videos on there where we broke down some of the best EU artists out there. It's a really great series. I had so much fun. This month, I tried to team up with a few people. No one could do it. So I just did some final mat chats on my own. Some final mat chats. But why not? I've been doing a collab every month. So I guess it's time to be by myself, I guess. Oh, a lot of hellos. Good. I'm glad that it's just a bunch of hellos I was missing out on. This was during my talk about, hey, Melissa. This was during my talk about the Dark Tide Onslaught is on deck. Okay, Marvel Purist, we can talk about that. When I was talking about the Santa Bowl, people were saying hello to each other and not listening to what I had to say. That's totally fine. If I was in charge of New Jedi Order 25th anniversary market, what would your campaign? I would campaign. Get this. Are you ready? If I was the publisher, I'd ask for a volume hardback set of the complete collection, It's going to cost you $200, obviously, or something big. Hardbacks, dual omnibus hardbacks, a nice little series. And even though they never do it, well, I don't know, maybe if Del Rey pled, exclusive short story that's added to it, because then I'd buy it too. Dark Phoenix Gaming, I am doing great. So there's a guy doing a documentary. Oh, that's awesome. I saw that somewhere. I saw someone talking about that somewhere today. Where was it? Who told me about that? Someone told me about that. Was that on Discord? I do a board game. I'm part of a board game Discord, and that's really the only thing I check. But I did look around some of the EU chats that I'm still a part of. Maybe I saw it on there today. But there's a game that was self-printed by this Discord group that comes out later on this year. In the next few weeks, I should be getting a copy. So I'm just trying to check, and I'm chatting with people, and we're making jokes in the Discord. And really, that's the only reason I use it. Like, once I get the game, I'm outsies again for another couple of months. I'm happy to stream with Marvel Purist. I just have a biopsy. Well, I hope your mom gets better, Chris. Really hope so. I'll pray for her. Timothy Zahn is not so good. Yeah, I wish we got it. I wish we got Sword of the Jedi too. Vong, who are some of my favorite EU authors? I love Kevin J. Anderson. I love Troy Denning. I love Kathy Tyers. You picked Lucino, excellent. Karpyshyn, excellent. Stackpole, excellent. Aaron Alston, excellent. Dave Wolverton, excellent. Zahn's fine. Greg Keyes, excellent. Sean Stewart wrote one book, genius. L. Neil Smith, fantastic. Lots of good Star Wars authors. Ryder Wenham, John Ostrander, Hayden Blackman in comic books. I like them. It was a great collab, OG. It sure was. What's my favorite episode of 2003? Let me rewatch it, and I'll probably tell you. I'm going to rewatch those on my rewatch. After I'm done with Filoni's, I'll do Tartovsky's, then I'll do Droids and Ewoks. And like I was saying at the beginning of the stream, I'll be doing the Ewok movies. And then here's the thing. According to my schedule, I'll be done mid-September. But do I do the holiday special in mid-September, or do I start my RPG reviews and then do one final rewatch at Christmas, being the holiday special? I think that's what I'll do. Yep. Trying to catch up here. I don't know if I'll be able to catch up. I think I'm almost there. Who was on your Vector stream? I missed it. Did I play video games? Adrian, I didn't play many video games. In fact, video games is the weakest part of my knowledge with the EU. I know the least amount of video games. In fact, I remember a long time ago, I tried to do a review of one of the video games, Old Republic or something, and I got just properly grilled in the comments that I omitted stuff. I was off on things. I was like, you know what? You're right. I shouldn't try to be an expert on something I'm not. I'm going to leave the video games alone. The only video game I played, I loved Rogue Squadron. The first one, I thought that was really awesome. That was my favorite game for, what was that one? Super NES? No. N64. I love that game. I played Master of the Terrace Key and Pod Racer on PlayStation. That was really it. I played Force Unleashed for a little bit. It was all right. I played some of KOTOR. It was okay, but I didn't play that. It's funny because I love video games, but I never liked Star Wars video games. Isn't that weird? I love board games, and I have very few Star Wars board games. In fact, when I hear about a Star Wars board game, I don't want to get it. I don't know why that is, why I don't like mixing my two favorite genres, or hobbies. It just is. I'm not reviewing it, Melissa. I'm not reviewing it now, but maybe next year I will. Have you ever played Warhammer, says Rob? No, but I am playing back through Space Hulk, which is the Warhammer board game. We've had some epic games. Hopefully Friday, we're running through the whole campaign again. And hopefully Friday, I'll be playing about 4 more games of that. I don't know, though. My buddy says he's under the weather, and he's kind of a, what's it called, hypochondriac. He's always sick. He's always hurting. He's always ailing. I need a new gaming group really bad. I like Daly and AC Crispin. I like both of them. Who do I think is better? Brian Daly, but I'm not going to argue anyone who says AC Crispin. I think she did an amazing job. They're both great. But if I have to pick between the two, Brian Daly and AC Crispin right underneath. I mean, and anyone says, I think AC Crispin's better. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not. I can't. It's like Stackpole and Alston. I'm putting Alston barely above Stackpole, but I'm not going to argue with anyone who says Matt Stackpole's better. He's good. He's great. Those X-Wing books are great. They're quality. John Whitman's Galaxy of Fear is so good. I cannot wait to see him at Legends Con. I'm so excited about Legends Con. I am so excited. I would love the Jedi Knight games. I don't play video games at all, Quentin, at all anymore. The last time I did was 2.5 years ago. My new set of twins were born. Did I play through? I think that's when I played through all the Arkham Asylum, Arkham Knight. No, I don't have Arkham Knight, Arkham Asylum, and Arkham City. And did I play through Arkham Origin again? Maybe I did. I can't recall. But that was the last time I played video games, I think. The guy behind Thrawn's Revenge mod for Empire at War announced he's working on a mod for Revan Eras. Oh, wow, that's neat. Chris says, I was watching your Jedi Prince and rereads and noticed the Star Wars TIE Fighter book in the background shelf. I'm curious because it looks like a book. It's a how to play, but it is written in book form. Like in between, there are chapters. And so they're showing you how to play the game. It's him going on missions and pushing the L button and pushing, but they wrote it like a novel. There is the regular Steel Chronicles, and then there's the guide to TIE Fighter, the guide to X-Wing, and it's really good. I'll go get those in a minute to let you see those, because I'll show you what I mean. Yeah, I found those back in 2013. I think right as Disney decanonized, or they bought Lucasfilm, I went ahead and started buying everything on my wish list because I thought it'd be hard to find. And a lot of it did turn out to be hard to find later on. Rob D, Star Wars RPGs of the weakest. You have to get everything. The only reason I did is because, and I've said this several times, I still write, I guess, dinner theaters. Sold another one. Sold 2. Sold 2 this year. But back in the day, I used to sell them and direct them for $1,000. $1,000. I only got 500 this time because I didn't direct. But I sold it for $1,000, and I would do one a year. What was that? $1,000. I spent it all on RPGs every year. I spent about $4,000 getting all the West End game stuff and the Wizard of the Coast. Now, the Fantasy Flight stuff I bought when it was released. But some of that hard to find stuff, I don't remember what the most expensive. No, I do. Lords of the Expanse or something. I can't remember. That was the most expensive West End games one I had to find. I think that was it. That was really hard to find. But anyway, there's another one that was hard to find too. But some of those Wizard of the Coast cost a pretty penny too. Like they were just like $75 a pop. But I had to get them because that's the only way I could get them. But I would spend that $1,000 just checking off a bunch of RPGs. I'm so thankful for the opportunity that I had to write those scripts and direct them back in the day. Now the $500 already went. My child tried to OD on Flintstone vitamins. That was where the $500 in emergency bills went. He was okay. He was totally fine, but we still were told to take him to the emergency room, and they billed us over $500. So I was like, well, there goes the 500. I was going to spend a little bit more on that one. I had some ideas to spend it, but nope, my kid ate it all up. It's what happens when you have kids and a wife. You don't get to spend money on yourself. I think Kevin J. Anderson is greatly underrated. In fact, I'm going to have him sign a bunch of Dune books and the pop-up book. I realize he didn't sign the pop-up book. There may be some comic books I'll have him sign, but I'm going to have him sign a lot. Kevin J. Anderson's a really nice guy. Legacy of the Force or Fate of the Jedi? Legacy of the Force. A lot of people love the KOTOR games. And KOTOR is a big, big contributor to the EU. I acknowledge that. Yeah, Vex, the Han Solo trilogies, both of them are really good. And I've only read one of them, but the Hungarian Han Solo books, I think, are coming out next year. And so far, they're in the spirit of Brian Daley. And the writing is pretty on par. I mean, Brian Daley's better, but it's in the vein of Brian Daley's. It's actually not that bad. Well, I would review KOTOR and Dark Forces, Melissa, if I felt like I was the expert, but since I never played them, I'm not the expert for that. Will there be a Legends Con in Phoenix, Arizona? Because it says you can't go. You're in Phoenix? Wow, Chris, I've been in Phoenix. I was in Phoenix for 6 months, on and off, for one entire year. I used to travel to Phoenix. Work sent me to Phoenix all the time. That's how I became friends with a bunch of Phoenix people. We worked right in Tempe, downtown Tempe is where I worked. But I traveled all around. That game store in Phoenix and Tempe used to know me by name. And so did the Chick-fil-A. I'd eat breakfast at the Chick-fil-A because it's right across from work. And I swear, I was gone for like 3 or 4 months. I came back and Chick-fil-A went, Matt, where you been? And I was like, how did you know my name? I was like, I live in Louisiana. You know that, right? I'm just traveling here to work. And I had a lot of offers. I still have offers to go to Phoenix. And my wife loves Phoenix. That's her favorite place. But there's no family there. There's good people. Great people in Phoenix. But no family. I'd love to go back, though. I am dying to go back. In fact, at work, I talked to the site manager who runs the entire site at the call center. And it was during a bigwig meeting online, and they were hurting for someone. And I said, hey, I text him because I have his cell phone number. I got a long time ago, back when he was just vice president, not president. And so I texted him and said, hey, tell my boss you want me. And he went, hey, Melanie, we could really use Matt out here. You know, he's familiar with us. We've worked with him in the past. And my boss went white. She did not. There's no traveling, hardly any traveling. So I felt bad. I apologized to my boss. I said, hey, look, I texted him. I told him to say that. But she's like, well, we'll see. But right now we're not doing travel. So I didn't get to go. I really want to go back out, though. A lot of good people out there. Boy, I'm so behind. Dark Phoenix doesn't play many. Okay. Yeah, Rob D, the digital content, that's what got me out. That's what got me out of video games completely. I felt the downloadable content was getting too greedy. We're paying full price for a shell of a game. I hated that, and so I stopped paying. I spoke out with my wallet, and I don't miss video games because of it. Because I play board games now. Jedi Prince Qui-Gon. Qui-Gon is just spot on. No one but Jude Watson wrote. Even though James Luceno wrote Qui-Gon, that is not Qui-Gon. Jude Watson did a great job with Qui-Gon. Greg Keyes is very underrated. Favorite Star Wars era? Probably New Jedi Order era. Yeah. Peak time with Star Wars. Yeah. Have ever read the Star Wars novella, The Tenebrous Ray? Yeah. I think I should have a review on that too. I have that's a Star Wars Insider, right? Short story. I have it. Thoughts on Kate Skywalker? Adrian was completely against him, and then after a few issues, John Ostrander won me over on him. Big fan. He is a great character. Was 1,000% against it. I was when they talk about people online who were against Legacy before it even came out. That was me. That was I said it was the dumbest idea. I hated it. I thought everything looked awful. I bought it because I wanted to see what it was about. And before, I mean, it just took a few issues and I was hooked. That I was dead wrong on that one. That ended up being a great, great series. Yeah, that's a Star Wars Insider story. I've read that, the Tempest Way. Ranking the Jude Watson series, Jedi Apprentice is far and above number one. Respectable second is Jedi Quest, and all the way down in the basement is Last of the Jedi. I was not a Last of the Jedi fan, but I think Jedi Apprentice is one of the finest series ever. The store's still there. It's in Tempe. I can't remember. It was right, or all these cities kind of stretched together. It was right outside of Tempe, maybe down the road. I don't know. I have to. It's still there. I'm pretty sure it's still there. It's pretty popular. But they used to know me. They don't now, but they used to. I can't. There's a little Chinese place in front of it because we would eat there. You fill your Mongolian grill. You fill your bowl. They stir it on a big thing. Because I remember we'd go there and then we'd eat over at that place and then go over to my buddy's house and play. I miss everyone in Phoenix. Which EU writer came up with the Vong? I don't know. I think it was I don't know. Lucino and Denning were all kind of in charge of bringing a story together, and I don't think they've ever said who. But first, they wanted Dark Jedi. George Lucas said no. Then that's how they got. But I thought the Vong was a better creation, someone that exists outside the Force who can be a threat to the Jedi. It was a good concept to come at a different angle than just saying Dark Jedi again. Which, in my opinion, would have fallen flat. I think the series was better because you had such a unique villain like the Vong. Hey, Chuck. Is it a bit over? Chris asked if the Thrawn trilogy is a bit overrated. Yes and no. The original one is solid. It's a solid trilogy. It's a good trilogy. But I think as Timothy Zahn kept writing, what was it? Outbound Flight Project, really solid. But after that, his books start declining. In my opinion, they start declining in quality. But I do think the original Thrawn trilogy is really good. Top 5 emotional EU moments. I believe Alex and I did that check out the website. I can't remember which month it was. If Alex ever gets on here, he can tell me. But Alex and I did most emotional moments in the EU. That was one of our collabs we did. Legacy is amazing. I am so behind. Do you think that Anakin would Revenge of the Sith Anakin could have defeated Palpatine instead of informing Windu that Palpatine was in? Oh, what are you looking for? Could he have defeated Palpatine? That's a great question because he was still raw in his anger. He wasn't controlling. So I think Palpatine would have won that battle at that time. That's really hard. Yes, but then Anakin falls to the dark side. We'll go with that. That's a great question, though. You go to I've been to Scottsdale several times. Went to a lot of restaurants there. That was, I believe, Scottsdale is where Lolo's Chicken and Waffles is. Is that Scottsdale? Is Is there a Glendale there too? I don't know, but I've been to Scottsdale. I have friends in all these places. I have a friend in Scottsdale, a good friend. I wish I could see him. He didn't respond back to me for Thanksgiving. I hope he's okay. But yeah, I love all that whole area around Phoenix, whole Phoenix area. Wish I could go back. Yeah, Lucino kind of headed New Jail Order. So it's quite probable that he, Sue Rustoni, and a few others came up with the Vong. I'm sure Lucino was involved. New Year, New Jail Order lore in January. That's awesome. I love that theme. Came from editors of Dark Horse. Oh, Rob, you may be right. I don't remember that, but you're probably right. You're probably right. I haven't looked into it in a while. Thrawn trilogy is a little overrated, she says. Okay, that's fine. What's my favorite Jedi Apprentice book? I have, you know what? Jeremy from Stupid Chainsaw Production was reading through those, and we were having discussions on it, and I kept changing my mind which one was my favorite. So I don't know. There's so many good ones. Vong loves the Thrawn trilogy. You went to Buckeye. Never been to Buckeye. I've been down to I saw my buddy who I miss so much, and yet Yuza. What Yuza? What's South Arizona? Yuza? Can't remember. Arizona. Went down there. Went up to see the Grand Canyon. Went up to what's the beautiful place? What's the beautiful place up there north of Phoenix? I love it up there. Dang, I can't remember. Hold on. Let's look at a map of Phoenix. Yuma. Hold on, I'll tell you where I went. Sedona, Flagstaff, Mesa, Prescott, Tucson. I went down there. Went down to Yuma, Sierra Vista. I went up there. I went to, where is the place? Where's the place? I went to Sedona several times and Flagstaff. I see Buckeye. Where is the place that I saw the OK? No, is it OK Corral? Dang it! What was the other place I went to? It was the place they make the copper. I went to Jerome. I went to the Grand Canyon. That's as far north as I went. There's another Bixby. What's it called? Samsonite. Bisbee? Is it Bisbee? I can't see it on here. I'm looking at the places I've been, but I've been to a few places, and because back in the early days, I didn't know that many people, so I would just travel, and because I wouldn't travel back home because it took me all day Saturday to get home, and I have to turn around on a Sunday and get back on the plane. It wasn't worth it. Do I know if the EU panel? No, they can't record the panels, but I know people will record them. I'll try to record as many as I can. But Chuck, I hope you could be there. I'm going to be there. Crimson Jack is in the new show. Oh my goodness. Is he really? That's so weird. Have I ever read the Dune books? Twice, all of them. Even the prequel books I think are excellent. I'm enjoying Dune Prophecy. It's just it kills me that they skipped over an entire novel. Like, no spoilers here, but there's a scene where her brother goes off on a mission and comes back in a coffin, the next scene. And no one's like, what happened? They just say, oh, no, he died on his mission. No, there's an entire novel. I can't believe they skipped it, but that's just me. That's just me. Yeah, I went to Tucson. Did I say Flagstaff? Tombstone. I went to Tombstone. Really enjoyed Tombstone. Yes. Yeah, the Vonger, great villain for Ninja Order. I agree. I'll talk more of that on Marvel Purist channel. And Romulus, when Qui-Gon almost fell the dark side in Jedi Apprentice, it was believable too. Everything that Qui-Gon, how he acts and behaves and talks, I can see Liam Neeson's character speaking that way and Qui-Gon acting that way. It is so good. I've been everywhere, man. And Phoenix, I did, and Arizona, I did, because back the first couple of weeks, I didn't know anyone, and so I was kind of on my own. So I just traveled and just saw the sights. I'm glad I did, because when I started making friends and we found out I was going to be there long term, I trained other trainers over there, which is why I was there for so long. And we had like a lot of trainers leave at that time. We had a lot of turnover at the time for trainers, and I was training them, and I kept having to go back out there, but I didn't mind it because it's so beautiful. So beautiful. And I sincerely miss all of my friends in Phoenix. I am begging. Like we got assignments for next year. Everyone is traveling but me. And I mean, it's not not personal. It's just that the thing that I'm training is all virtual. Everyone else has to go to play. They get to go places. I want to go to Phoenix so bad. I'll travel anywhere at this point, but the last place I traveled was Dallas last January. Not this, no, 2 Januaries ago. Sucked. Hey, Scott, how's it going? Scott, did I miss anything on Discord? Lucy Wilson, Shelley Shapiro, and some Del Reyes at Vong restaurant. Oh, that's awesome then. Yeah, I thought Shapiro may be included in that. Awesome. Travis is going well. It's going well, Travis. I am Soto spectacular today. Yeah. What is my favorite Vong character? I mean, Tavis Vong La, probably. Probably. He's the one that's mostly fleshed out, the more fleshed out than any of the characters. I just love them in general. I thought they were just an awesome villain. How does Anakin turn out if Qui-Gon killed Maul? I think he doesn't fall to the dark side. I think Qui-Gon knew how to bounce him out, where Obi-Wan was trying to be his friend instead of his mentor. They say bad parenting, but again, not to say it's all Obi-Wan's fault, but when he says he failed Anakin, it's true. Like a parent would feel like they failed their son if their son was, ran astray. You feel like you failed. Discord, you say? Nothing important. That is so funny. Yeah, he should go to EUCon. In fact, there's going to be some special stuff. I can't make any announcements for anybody going on right now, but there are some announcements. There may be some other stuff going on. I cannot make promises. I know I will be there. I know another special guest will be there. I know there may be some other people who haven't announced they're going that are going. I'm talking to 2 people who have YouTube channels who are interested in going. They're just trying to get their schedules put together. Hey, Tim, how's it going? Good to see you. I'm telling you. How you doing? Hey, Chris. Chris Nelson here. Good to see him. Yes, tickets are still available. Let's see. When Chris says I am, does that mean he's going? I'm kidding. I'm starting a rumor. He's not going to be there. If he is, though, for selfish reasons, I want Chris there because I want to hang out with him. For selfish reasons, I want him there. I want him there. But tickets are still available. You can go to legendsconofficial.com. Look at this lineup. Troy Denning, Chris Avellone, you KOTOR fans will love that. Kevin J. Anderson. I mean, seriously, if I was to create a con, this would almost be everyone I'd have at it. Troy Denning, Kevin J. Anderson. Yes, please. And then, of course, Karina Beckner. I'd love to see her because she was at the first one, and Barbara Hamley. These two, Barbara Hamley, I am so happy to get my book signed and to tell her I am a Callista fan. Screw Mara Jade. I will not be saying that to Shannon Lynn McRandall. I will be saying thank you so much for everything you've done for the fandom. That's what I will be saying to her. But whispering in Barbara Hamley's ear, we hates her. We hates her, don't we, my precious? I'm going to start referring to Barbara Hamley as my precious too. If it was Christine Catherine Rush, but she's too old to travel, I heard. I would gladly pick her up and take her there personally. John Paul and Hollis Davids, Jedi Prince. I mean, do we start by saying dark greetings to them? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I am blown away by that one. John Whitman, I've already talked about him. I loved, can't wait to see him. Dan Wallace, yes, please. The man that made the connection with Vufi Ra and the Vong. Brilliant. I don't know how his mind works. It's brilliant. Of course, everyone loves Joe. I will be there as well. Lots of fun things. Probably doing some hangouts with everyone. Definitely the day before. Definitely the it looks like I'm staying a little bit later. I'm going to help out with Twin Sons. They're doing a donation drive, and I was asked if I could stay, and I feel obligated to stay because I want to hang out with my friends. Dylan, Amelia, and Brian. So I am staying an extra day. But I will be available to everyone every time, do some gatherings, have some fun. I'm trying very hard to get a good friend of mine to come. Anyway, tried to get Ryan to go on a stream the other night. He's hard to get a hold of at times. You're such a troll. You're such a troll. I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. I absolutely. And by the way, Chris's picture, if you don't get that joke, is just the funniest thing. The funniest thing in the world. The funniest thing in the world. Well, to be honest, I would love for you to go. You know that. I know he's not going to go. But being jealous, that's just selfish. It's selfish, not jealous, being selfish. I'd love him to go. I just want to hang out with Chris. I'm so happy I'm going to be hanging out with so many people that after Legends Con, probably one of the last people on my bucket list will be Chris. And Chris is already high on the bucket list to meet. I've even thought about driving up there. My wife is totally for going to Branson, Missouri, but we got to travel a little bit higher to get to Chris. But anyway, wonder who else will be at Legends Con. Can't say right now. Can't say because the YouTubers I am currently talking to are seriously looking into it, looking into making plans. They're not making announcements yet because they're not totally sure, but they are trying to get their schedule moved around. There may be another announcement of something not that important at Legends Con. I mean, fans of my channel will probably appreciate it. No one else will care. But I really need to talk to Kyle. That's my fault too, because I was under the weather last time Kyle was available. But I'll probably be meeting up with him soon about something I want to do at Legends Con. I think it'd be fun. I have been watching Doom Prophecy, and I think it's fantastic. Except when it skips over a lot of parts, but that's what TV shows do. I think Doom Prophecy explains more about the world of Doom than the movies do. I don't think the movies are bad. I just think Doom Prophecy explains more of that world. Karen Travis is overrated. Well, you know what I think about Karen Travis, so I agree. There's a lot of fans who love Karen. So Jedi Prince should have a sequel trilogy. Amen to that. Amen to that. Daniel Wallace doing resource books forever. He's so good. He can make connections and think of things that I'm not that talented. He's a very talented man. I can't wait to see him. Oh yeah, it's nice seeing those Star Wars writers still alive. Are the Mets making any waves? Star Wars purists, are you ready? Do you seriously want me to tell you? We're not done signing. I'm just putting it that. We're not done. I feel, where's Garrett? Has Garrett gone anywhere yet? I haven't been keeping up. I feel Garrett's going to come, I believe. Gosh, I don't think we need Alfonso, but he may come back into the fold. I don't think we need him. And I think we're not done. Juan Soto was the jewel, though. He was the crowning, the big jewel on the crown there for us. Yeah, I heard about Stinky the Hut, Travis. I said that earlier. Yeah. Tim loves Dune. I don't know if you're being sarcastic or not, but I love Dune. Tim and I, a long time ago, were supposed to cover the spinoff. No, we were going to do, what were we supposed to do? We did the movies. Oh, we were going to do Babylon 5 Crusade, which now I'm rusty on because it's been a while since I've seen it, but I would still do. I would still cover it, and we could cover just like a gist of it, and then cover that one TV movie or a bunch of short films, and then if he wanted to cover I did see the animated movie. And we don't have to cover that if you don't want to, but I'm still up to covering those because he and I care about Babylon 5. I enjoyed talking about it. But when I wanted to do Crusade, I just watched them. They were fresh in my mind. Now they're not. But I'd still talk about it, even though we haven't seen it in a while. I still do that stream. And if we need it to go longer, we could add the little film that came out, the 3 short story films, the film, I can't remember what it's called, the group of 3 short stories. We could add that to it and finish off Babylon 5. I hate leaving things unfinished. Dune is amazing. I like the books. What car do I drive? A Versa. Shoot. Not very sexy. My wife has a Traverse. It is nice. I got to convince the German to come. Oh, we'll see. I thought Dune Prophecy, it's not the best thing in the world, but it's holding my attention. Is Matt shirt for mattress? Yes, you got it. We could keep Alonso. I don't think we need him, but it could happen. Man, and I don't know if you saw The Last More Civilized Age, but Isaac from iTalk Studios, that was such an honor. I know it was new canon talk, but we were just answering the question from a couple of months ago when everyone wanted to hear the panel talk about how they would do the sequel stories and stuff, the TV shows, the movies. And so I thought, all right, let's do it. We didn't get to finish it. So I said, okay, I had a feeling that iTalk Studios, he's not an EU fan. He's not against it. He just never read any of the books. But I had a great time with Isaac. I'm so thankful he came on the channel. Big channel, really nice guy. Of course, we've been talking baseball now. But I do plan to have him on later on next year. We have another EU topic that he said he could contribute to. So we'll have him back for sure. But he's just a really great guy. If you like baseball, iTalk Studios, my favorite channel. If I had to pick one EU novice, absolute favorite, Star by Star. I got to convince Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers to come to Legends Con. I believe his schedule's too busy. I also believe he's not into the EU. I don't believe he is. I have spoken to him. In fact, I wanted to get him to come on because we were going to put the Filoni's Clone Wars on trial. And I thought it'd be fun to have him on because he used to be, I don't know if he still is, he used to be a big supporter of the Clone Wars. And of course, I want supporters of the Clone Wars on there. I want defenders of the Clone Wars on there. I already had Scoundrels Cantina will gladly come on and defend it. Because I'm prepared to tear the sucker apart. Now I'm rereading it, rewatching it. I mean, I'm trying to be as fair as I can. I really am. You've noticed I've even said some episodes I've enjoyed or some things I enjoy about it. I'm trying to be as positive. I know people like it when I'm negative and slamming the show, but I really am trying to go in there with an open mind. And like I said, the first 2 seasons, not that bad. Season 3, not that bad. Better than what I remembered, actually. So, I mean, I'm trying to be as positive as I can, as objective as I can, I guess. But then I still get accused of being biased. Even though I admit I hate Ahsoka. I admit that. And I admit whenever I see it on screen, I hate it. I despise it. I say, I hope you, someone said, I hope you hold droids and Ewoks to such a strict standard. And I was like, no, because I like those. And yes, they're kiddie. I'll hold them to a lower standard. But I don't think Filoni's Clone Wars is made for kids. I think it's teen and adults. People die, clones die in this. I think it's a way older crowd. And I don't think it's unfair at all to judge it by a higher standard. But at the same time, I do. He never comments when I say I love the episode, only when I hate it. And he's like, oh, you just hate because you're just a Ahsoka hater. Did I not say I don't like Ahsoka? I think I've been very fair with Clone Wars. And again, it doesn't matter. Remember, this is just my opinion. That's the other thing. Someone argued with me. He disagreed with me. This is on one of my podcasts. He disagreed with me on this. He thought it was excellent. Oh, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was a disaster. That is one of the worst Marvel TV shows ever, in my opinion. And he was defending it, saying it was actually really good. And I said, look, man, thank you for saying that. Thank you for giving your opinion. I disagree, but the thing is, I'm not going to argue with you on your opinion. Your opinion's your opinion. Like my opinion is my opinion. My opinion doesn't make it true, right? It just means it's my opinion. But I always appreciate hearing someone else talk about it. Like when I talk bad about EU books and stuff, I love to see a defender. Whenever anyone has come to me and said, hey, Matt, for the website, I'd like to write an article where I'm defending the Crystal Star or I'm defending Knight Errant or something. Please go right ahead. I am totally fine with that. Matt versus Meg. The whole purpose of that was us to degree. I took books that she hated that I loved, and I tried to convince her they weren't that bad. Now, I think I won some of those arguments. I think Meg was just still not convinced, and I don't care who won. The thing is, I was just showing we can have 2 different opinions and talk normal. I just, of course, I think internet drama is just so stupid. How horrified was I that Disney handled Star Wars all these years? Well, I mean, look at my old videos. It's exactly as I expected. Babylon 5 is back on Prime again, right? The new cleaned up version. That should be fun. Ryan Kendall should go to Legends. I agree. He should. You really like Baby Dumbo. I don't know where that came from, Darth Pauls, but my wife loves Baby Dumbo. The Penguin is a fantastic TV show. The best thing on TV I've seen. No, I understand, Tim, that you haven't had time for Crusade, and that's totally fine. But if you wanted to, I could still go off some of my memories, and we could just talk about it. And what was that other dadgum Babylon 5 movie? It was it Tales? Tales. Call to Arms was the not the beginning, not the gathering. I don't see it on here. Lost Tales. I would even review Lost Tales. I remember that one a little bit better. Doom or Dune? Dune. I'm so far behind in the comments. I'm so far behind. What's something from Doom Messiah? I would just, Travis, I would just love to see Doom Messiah on the big screen. I would just love to see it on the big screen. You've always preferred Ender's Game. You mean the books? I haven't read I hear the books are good. I wasn't a big fan of the movie, but I hear the books are good. I've seen Unification. Excellent. Excellent. It's good. Chris, if you're still on here, what'd you think of Unification? The worst Disney Star? I never watched the Disney Star Wars TV show, so I don't know. I did watch The Penguin. I think it's excellent. Star Trek fell off after Deep Space Nine. I enjoyed Enterprise, Fong. But I thought Voyager was atrocious unless it was an episode featuring the Doctor. He was awesome. I would love for Sue Rustoni to be at Legends Con. That would be epic. And they have Sue Rustoni's contact information. Looking, how horrified are you? How horrified am I? Multimedia is just what I expected. Disney did exactly as I would expect. Brennan said hi. Good. Where is he? He keeps sending me pictures of some kid chugging soft serve ice cream all the time. Death Troopers. There you go. Star Wars Theory. He commented once on one of my videos. I've reached out to him. He never responded back. Would he come to Legends Con? Maybe not. I don't think he's a big EU fan. I have lost my spot. I don't know where I am. I'm so far behind. I'm being more than fair. Okay, thank you. There are people who love this series who think I'm being unfair. And I mean, I'll be honest. I am biased when it comes to Ahsoka. I cannot stand her. I cannot stand her. I cannot stand some stupid storytelling. But I am trying to be fair. I don't like Filoni either, but I'm trying to be fair. Oh man, I am so far behind. If I can only read one book, I don't know. I don't know what I would read. I don't know. That's a good question. I just don't know. Man, I must have lost my spot. I see the same question being asked. What do I think of the Lincoln Park reunion? Lincoln Park reunion? Didn't know. Lincoln Park was fun. The baseball. I don't know what that means. So far behind. Well, I don't have quality autism on my streams anymore. He never responds back to me. You used to have nightmares of Ewoks throwing rocks at you. Not that baby Dumbo. Oh, got it. The Lost Tales. Now, Tim, I'm going to shock you, but The Lost Tales isn't terrible. And I'd love to talk to you on a stream about that. If you want to do Crusade and Lost Tales together, I'm for it. If not, I know you're very busy, so don't make room for me. I'm just saying. Oh my goodness, I am so far behind. Where am I? Oh my goodness, I don't know where I am. Hold on. Oh, Raging Rhino. Hello. Boy, I love that guy. I'm sorry if I missed him. He's probably gone by now. Reading order for beef. Yeah, I saw that. You gave me that, Tim. I saw the reading order. Favorite Sith Lord? Bane? Could it be Bane? I think it is. Penguin was good. Yeah, yeah. Voyager is terrible, but when it's a Doctor episode, it's excellent. It is excellent. Boy, I'm so far behind. You think Mall Lockdown is really solid? Mall Lockdown is a solid book, Jordan. I agree. We need to go and read in order. Oh! I didn't know I had this chat. I'm sorry, Travis. I'll show the chat. There it is. This may buy you a ghost and get you through the rest of those comments. Thank you. Yeah, that's two. It's two for 250, 2 for 5. I have not tried the sour stripes. I know it's out, but it's not anywhere here. There's a gas station that gets all the good ones. I will go this Saturday and get some. I'll go check on them Saturday and see if they got sour stripe. I really want to try sour stripe. But the Welch's grape juice one tastes just like sparkling Welch's grape juice. Like it tastes the exact same. There's no difference between that and the sparkling grape juice you buy at the store. The carbonated champagne is wild. I'm going to leave that up. Thank you for the super chat, Travis. I appreciate it. I'm trying to get to $765 so I can equal Juan Soto's. What that'd be 1/1000th, 1/1,000,000th of his salary, of his signing salary or whatever his contract. Casual Rage 200 coming up. Well, I do love Rhino. He is a good friend of mine. I would also, this is another man I would love to have a collaboration with sometime. Rhino, I know you can't make it, but if there's any way you make it to Legends Con, that would be totally epic. Totally, you could stay with me in my room. I would sleep on the floor. I'm not even making that up, Rhino. If you come to Dallas International, I'll pick you up. You can sleep on the bed. I will sleep at the foot of your bed. Boy, would I love to see you. Just really good guy. My favorite part of Mall Lockdown is when he crushes the heart of that Wampa. That's just so cool. Oh, that's Baby Dumbo. I don't know Skeleton Crew. I'm so sorry. I don't know that stuff. Darth Crate is a good one. Exar Kun is a good one too. Mall Lockdown is very underrated. 7-Up Shirley Temple is excellent. I'm going to go try to get some more at Family Dollar tomorrow if I have the time. I'm working on there's a big project at work I'm trying to get done this week because this is almost my last week. I have 4 more work days left before I'm off for the rest of the year. And in the next 3 work days, I want to get this project done. So I'm not working super hard on my last day of the year. Shadowhunters is pretty good too. Yeah, I agree with that. You know what, Steelbreed? I did say rereading Unifying Force, if Star Wars would have ended right there, like they make no more sequels, all they did was prequels, I'd be happy. Unifying Force is a solid ending to the EU. I agree with that. How would I tie Dawn of the Jedi? I wouldn't. I'd keep those eras separate. I really wasn't a big Dawn of the Jedi fan. Even though John Ostrander wrote it, I did not like it. What's my absolute least favorite soda? I mean, I don't know. I mean, what, like Fanta orange? I don't like orange drink. So maybe. I'm a big RC fan. 7 Up is actually pretty good. Mellow Yellow. I like off brands, I guess, a lot, or not so famous. Pib Extra. Pib's my favorite. It's really hard to get though. I do have a case in the fridge. I haven't broken them out, but I need to start breaking them out and drinking them before my nephews start coming over here next week, because then they'll drain them. I've been sipping them slowly, savoring each one. The different flavors, I got the RC cherry, which is fine. The RC berries and cream, which is at Dollar General, is really good. I like RC. Joe Shriver is an man. I wish Joe Shriver would come to Legends Con. That'd be awesome. I'd have to smuggle him into the. It would cost you an arm and a leg. Okay. We need to get Rhino to sell a bunch of cars. I know you can't make it. I know that's super expensive. I'm asking you to move mountains. But I just want you to know, brother, if I knew I could raise the funds or contribute to a fundraiser or whatever, I would. I really would love to see you. That means he is. It's opposite day. He's coming. I can't wait to see him. Gosh, I've been on here for a while. Hold on. Let's get that there. Okay. Let me see. What color lightsaber? Orange. I think I've always said orange because it looks like also a flaming sword, which I think would be cool. I didn't know who Baby Dumbo was. I'm so stupid. I'm sorry. I don't know Skeleton Crew. I don't keep up with the new canon. I really do not know what Baby Dumbo is. So I'll have to look that up. I'm guessing there's an orloon, right? An elephant person who's a kid, or maybe it's a baby elephant. Yeah, Crushing the Heart of the Wampa was great. Exar Kun's good. Yep, Exar Kun. Where do you think Heart of the Jedi stands compared to the? I mean, it's good. It's good. Not the best of the Bantam era. Dawn of the Jedi book is horrendous. I agree. Naga Shadow. Yeah. I love John Ostrander, but that was his one miss, was that book series. Which book? I think Truce of Bakor is kind of lame. Really nails all the characters. What book best captures the tone and dialogue? You say it's kind of lame. I like Travis. I like the Truce of Bakor series, and I think the characters are well written. Maybe that's not what you meant, but anyway. Latest Force. EUCon. Jordan, you're going to be at EUCon? Awesome. Joe Shriver write a horror novel and clone. That's interesting. What novels what era would you want Joe Schreiber to write in? That's really like a horror Clone Troopers. That's actually a good idea. Gosh, have him write a Vong novel. Just a one-off adventure that takes place somewhere else. Oh man, now you got me thinking about Joe Schreiber a lot. I haven't watched the EU games or trailers or whatnot. I know I should. I haven't made the time. Freedon Nad, yeah. Do I have the complete unauthorized Star Wars timeline by Trevor Day? I do not believe I do. Yeah, I think so too. New Sith Wars. I don't know what that is. Thoughts on Tahira Vili? I love her. Good character. Is a Neil. Looks like an Orloon. So it's not an Orloon. Is Neil a kid? Okay. Enter. I'll check it out. Yeah, yeah. He needs another horror base would have been great. Yeah, Truce of Bakura is good. I think Kathy Tyers is like I would love to see Kathy Tyers at Legends Con. Kathy Tyers really did. She's like she gets forgotten in New Jet Order and all her books though. But I thought she like the short story she did about musicians secretly undercover working for the rebellion, playing certain tunes to send messages, which really happened back in the day in history. And I really want to see what makes her, because Truce of Bakura, she should, if she would have said, now it's Empire, the remnants of the Empire take on the rebellion. No, she went a different way. I like that. I like that. She made some bold choices. Your first introduction was Truce of Bakura. Corsair Princess Leia is great too. Gariel Capsicum, great character. Andreas loved her. Dave Wolverton, great guy. R.I.P. Great guy if you ever get to talk to him. Though David Farland was a good man. I do like Luke. I'm a big Luke fan. And everyone's a liar. Back in the 80s, everyone wanted to be Luke. Only later on did they realize Han was cooler. And everyone says, I've always liked Han Solo. Every kid wanted to be Luke back in the day. Anakin. Yeah, where Leia sees Anakin's ghost, it's really good. I'd love Kathy Tyers to be there. Joe Shriver would be a great add-on too. Chris Nelson would also be a good addition to go to Legends Con. Yeah, my favorite book, I Jedi. No, really. Yes, there are going to be more announcements. I don't know what they are, but they said they are going to announce some more guests, I believe. The sister, the dinosaurs of Star Wars, they definitely look it, don't they? Yeah, it would have been. He always was a very patient person. He took the time to talk to people. He was really a great guy. Are the new Star Trek? I don't know. In fact, I'd love for Chris to come on here and talk about unification and say what all he knows about it. He's a big Star Trek fan. He would know more than me. I would love to talk about unification with him, though. I thought it was good. I don't know what Chris Nelson. What were your thoughts on unification? about the Ving would be awesome. The Vong, yes, I know what you meant. Thoughts on the Scoundrels novel? Not that good. Like I said, Zahn's quality slipped every time he came out with a new book, in my opinion. Top 5 zombie apocalypse films, says Mitchell. Mitchell, you looking for a Saturday morning Samo Flange podcast? That's not a bad idea. Top 5 zombie films. That'd be interesting. Actually, you know what? I'll do it. Hold on. Let me make a note on that. I like the idea. Top 5 zombie films. I even know what a few of them would be. Well, does it have to be films? Can it be TV shows too? Never mind. I would not put Walking Dead on there. My least favorite EU author, I never liked Karen Travis. I was never a big fan. Wait, what happened here? I enjoyed Luke Skywalker Shadows of Mordor too. Thought it was really good. I think I read World War Z a long time ago when the movie came out. Fizzy, I don't remember that much of it at all. I think I did read it when the movie came out, though. Before the movie came out, I think I read it, enjoyed it. I thought the movie was fine, but I don't recall it that much. The only bad Lucino book, I believe, is that one he made of Qui-Gon Jinn. Well, I can't remember what it was called. Council of Valorum. My brain doesn't work anymore. Thoughts on Luke walking on lava in the Jedi Academy? I loved it. Lucino is terrific. Love-hate relationship with Karen Travis. I was just never a fan. I'm a sexist for not liking Karen Travis. Yes. Shazaminer is great. Cloak of Deception. Thank you. I thought that was his weakest one. I didn't enjoy. That was the only Lucino book I thought was weak. I did a series a long time ago. I can't remember who it was on the website where he talked about the one, good authors and their one miss, like Knight Errant for John Jackson Miller. I just thought that was a big miss for him. Dawn of the Jedi comic book series for John Ostrander. James Lucino's Cloak of Deception. I did with Jeremy, I think, from Stupid Chainsaw Productions. Did I do it with Jeremy? No, I did with Brennan. Did I do it with Brennan? I can't remember. But good authors who had one miss, in my opinion. Troy Denning. My brain is gone today, folks. I don't know any. What was the Bantam era novel he wrote? Didn't like Tatooine's Ghost. Didn't like it. Do you like The Crazies? No, I've never seen it. Yeah, Walking Dead is turned into a horrible show. Darth Pauls likes Cloak of Deception. That's fine. MedStar is unbelievably good. One of the best Clone Wars books. That and Dark Rendezvous and Labyrinth of Evil, of course, are just some of the best ones out there. But MedStar is solid. Good one. I've read a few Star Trek novels, but it's been a long time. Some of the older novels I used to read about the original trilogy. Yeah. Oh, really? Cloak of Deception really helped you with Phantom Menace. No, not for me. Darth Plagueis helped me with Phantom Menace, but yeah, Michael Reeves and Steve Perry, that was the best they ever did, was MedStar. Oh, someone liked Cloak of Deception even more. I mean, I don't mind if people disagree with me on it. That's fine. Yeah, Tatooine's Ghost I didn't think was that good. Oh, The Approaching Storm was one of the worst books I've ever read. Yeah. Yeah, Dark Rendezvous by Sean Stewart, really good. It is Chris Nelson's favorite book. I was kind of taken aback when he first told me that. After rereading it, yeah. It is beyond good. I don't remember all the Star Trek novels. They were older ones, though, old paperbacks. Back to the Future, saw a few of them. The Final Reflection is the best. Tim, it's been so long. I don't recall what original ones I read, but I did read. A friend of mine who got me into by accident the expanded universe. She was letting me read Star Wars Trek books. She went to buy me a Star Trek book on my birthday, and ended up buying me Timothy Zahn's first Heir to the Empire book instead, because she couldn't find the Star Trek book she wanted to buy me. But she also knew I like Star Wars. I did not read it because I did not want to read a Star Wars book. I thought Star Wars books were inferior. So I put it on the shelf. And then during as the summer started going on, I started getting bored, brought it down, read it, probably read it in 2 days. Couldn't even sit down. I was just like, I sit down, and when I got tired, I'd lay on the floor and read some more. Then I'd sit back down. I read that book day after day, day in and day out. I thought it was fantastic. I just broke the stupid fidgeting with the cell phone case. I just broke it. I like to fidget a lot. Anyway, but the second book was out in hardback, and at the time I wasn't going to pay that much for it because I was a kid. But eventually, when the third hardback came out, I bought all three in hardback. I thought they were fantastic. Interesting, Mitchell. Thank you. I'll consider those too. You need to read the Kara Holt is one of the worst characters ever created. Final Reflection. Interesting, Tim. Christopher Nelson, do you have a favorite Star Trek novel? Okay, good. Whoa, it caught up. Okay, good. Sorry, reading everything. Very boring when you're reading everything. You know what? I'll cut it there. Anyway, thank you so much. I'm sorry I don't do this more often. I'll try to do it again. Maybe next week if I have the time. Maybe do a day one. I don't know. Maybe do a morning one. But I really appreciate everyone's time. Sorry I haven't been doing it lately. But I'll be doing more. Again, Marvel Purist, just email me if you want to do tomorrow night. I'm open. If not, that's fine. I know I'm king of the last minute. So we can talk about next week too. But anyway, guys, see you later. Thanks for coming on. Go to legendsconofficial.com. Check it out. Get tickets. Come see me. Come hang out with me. This is all fun as always. Guys, I'll see you later. Take care. Have a good night. Let's go, Mets! And to stream like that with baseball like no one cares.